Happy Valentine's Day, sisters. Oh my gosh, I feel like it's been forever since I have seen you all. I will invite some of our sisters today. Let's see, it's been such a long time. There we go. All right, well, if I hear from you, great if you pop on. Love to know that you're here. If not, that's okay. This is a very impromptu, I had such a strong message from Spirit yesterday, and I did everything I could to get on to be able to convey that message to you, but Miss Roxy is struggling, and we thought we were going to lose her anyway this summer from old age, but she's kind of hung on, and she's struggling again, so, it's all kind of up and down at this point, but they're all in the back, and I just wanted to say hi and happy Valentine's Day and talk about love and Valentine's Day. And when I was thinking about that, I was listening to Spirit, and Spirit brought me back to my days, especially when I was single. If you didn't know, I was single for close to 10 years and really went through a lot of different pieces of myself and a lot of healing. Once that healing continued, or once it was complete, JD popped into my life. So we're going to talk about that and talk about what I do for a ritual and a ceremony each Valentine's. So it's a little bit different than what you think. So the message from Spirit. How are you experiencing love on this day? So if you don't have a journal or something that you write on, I highly encourage you to gather some materials for self-care today, because really Valentine's Day has a lot to do with Saint Valentine. It's really made into if you don't have a partner or don't have a loved one, it's just that very empty feeling, and we'll talk about this. But when things started to shift for me was then I realized today isn't about all of this outside stuff. The intention is love. And how there's just such an abundance of love in the world. And we are a part of that love. And so it's about love. It's not about people or places or things. And so we'll get into that. So reflection, how are you experiencing love on this day? Are you feeling the abundance amount of love that's around you? Are you feeling a lack of love? Are you searching for love? And what is love? What is the intent of love? What does love mean to you? I'd love to hear in the comments. Love, and this is, Spirit said this to me, love is not something we attract or we search for, nor is there ever a lack of love for you. We do not possess love or control love. Love is not a person, love is not a place, and love is not a thing. Love is an abundant resource. We're surrounded by it. It is what it is. We have access to love every second of every day. Love is energy. Love is a consciousness that lives within all life forces, seen and unseen. Valentine's Day is an opportunity to celebrate all that is love. A reminder to ourselves that we can fill up on this resource. The more we fill up of this resource, the more we can give away. Working perfectly in homeostasis or balance with all that is. And that is the message from Spirit today, is a reminder that on Valentine's Day, as much as I enjoy making the heart cookies and all of that sort of thing that we do as a family, that Valentine's Day, and Valentine's Day has been commercialized. But it doesn't have to be that way, or it can be that way if you want to experience love in that way. But today is a reminder that love is an abundant resource. It's an abundant energy. It's an abundant consciousness that we have at our free will. And we can tap into that anytime we want. So with that, this is what I do with, once I realize that this is a consciousness, once I realized, I heard that message from Spirit a while back, and I'm so glad that came to me today, is that when I was single, once I flipped that for myself, my intentions shifted to what love actually was. And then only then was I able to celebrate Valentine's Day in this just happy, joyous time in my life. So I created a Valentine's Day ceremony for myself each day. And so if you have these material, you don't have to do it on Valentine's Day. You can celebrate your sacred self and the abundance of love anytime you need to. And I'm thinking about maybe creating some little sacred boxes that if people wanted to purchase, you can purchase everything in the box, but I haven't gotten there yet. But so Valentine's Day also comes at the perfect time of year, right? This is the winter. This is the wise woman within winter. So on Valentine's Day is a great way of looking back on the year and going, how have I experienced love? And then looking forward, how can I continue to absorb that love? So because the more I have, the more I can give. So I always grab a journal, and when and part of my ceremony is I always burn a little bit of incense. You don't have to do that. You could have a white candle or a candle, maybe a pink candle, whatever resonates with you, and have this journal. And it's pretty quick. So, and I know, especially with children in our busy lifestyles, to even having a few moments, in the morning I'll have my ceremonial cacao, and I'll have, I always drink some pure water, or I'll have something with me, and I'll just take a moment and just, even if you don't have time for a candle, and just take a breath and get centered. And just reflecting on, so when you get a chance, write this down. How am I absorbing love within my body, with my mind, and with my spirit? So I just ask that, how am I doing this in this present moment? How am I doing this? So if you're creating this little ceremony for yourself, you're doing it then. How did you do it? Did you take a shower and really enjoy the flow of the water? That's absorbing love. Did you look at a tree or a flower and be like, oh, that smells, I'm just absorbing that. That smells so good. I don't know if anybody is writing to me, so I apologize if I'm not responding to anybody writing. Okay, so my next question is, how have I separated self? How have I separated the wise woman within in love? Within my body or my mind and my spirit? Have I separated that? Have I been feeling that lonely or depressed? That's what Sophie and I are working on even now. I've been feeling lonely, I need more play. And I'm like, ooh, let's work on that, right? And what do you have control over to fix this, right? Because you are in control. So that's the first reflection that I do on Valentine's Day. My next, or the second one, my next focus, and I just write down something really quick. How each day can I experiencing love more abundantly? So we know that's not material, we know, and it's different for you than it could be for me. For me, I can experience more love by asking for help when I need to sleep more. I might ask for help with something, so it's usually asking for help. That's how I can absorb. I absorb more love just sitting in silence. But it's going to be different for you than it is for me. And another question is, how am I allowing myself to absorb love easily? So that could be a different question. Like, what are some easy things throughout the day that I could be absorbing more love? So that is those questions, and you don't have to do all of them. You can just do a few of them. That's how I'm able to reflect for the year past. How did I do? And going forward, these are things that I can control, that I can fix, right? Because we are sovereign. We are in control of our life. We are our own superhero. And you are your own superhero. You're magnificent. You're such a magnificent woman. And I'm just so incredibly proud of you, of the year before us. And I'm already proud of you of the year ahead. There's nobody like you. Nobody. So the next phase that I really like to focus on for myself on Valentine's Day is, with my body, how am I loving her? Each year that has been very different for me. And how am I separating from love? So before, I would separate from love by saying, oh, I've got to lose weight because I'm not loving my body because I'm a certain weight, or I'm not loving my body because I need to buy this diet drink, or I need to buy this, or I need to buy that, or I need to wear these clothes to feel love, or I need to, or I'm moving my body, I'm going to start this new because I need to lose weight, and I need to do this and that and that, and yeah, it hurts, but no pain, no gain, which you know is not true, but pain, no gain, blah, blah, blah. And so that's what that looked like, until I realized that is how I am separating from love. So loving yourself is simply listening to yourself. So loving myself is listening to my body. When my body hurts and is in pain, I stop and I rest. I'm not focusing on my weight. I'm focusing on how can I get water, and really good quality water in my body when I can afford it. And if I'm gonna have chocolate, I want good quality chocolate. Or if I'm eating food, I'm gonna have good quality, nourishing food. And when I want a dessert and something fun, I'm gonna make sure I have that. I'm gonna just listen to my body. I'm gonna move my body. If my body is moving and I'm like, oh, I have energy, I need to move, I wanna slide, I wanna play, I listen to her. So how am I separating myself? How have I separated myself in the past? And how can I bring myself back into love? And the biggest thing, am I resting? Am I trying to, and this is what I used to do, am I forcing hence my injuries, am I forcing myself, being like, if I just get this done right now, then I can relax? Force. War. Force is war. That is the absence of love. So that's moving away from love. When you start to move away from love, that's when you feel that loneliness. It's because you're separating yourself from source. You're separating yourself from love, right? And the divine and God, and it's all love. Yeah. So your mind. Am I nourishing her? Am I nourishing myself? So that's your next question. Am I nourishing her with information that feels peaceful, feels loving, and just it feels right? So it could be something you don't necessarily want to know. It's traumatic, it's hard, but it feels right. And am I surrounded with other like minds with the same values? So somebody could not think like you and not have the same values, but every time you get together, there's a war piece to things. That's not love. Now, if you can be in a place where you feel good with self and you can listen to that person, be like, well, those aren't my values and that's not how I think. Thank you for the heart. That's not how I think. And that's okay. And you can just embrace that love. But you don't have to be at war. So just nourishing your mind with just nourishing it with what feels right to you. And your spirit, so your I promise this is the last one. Your spirit, is your spirit in conversation of love, of feeling that love always? So, or is your spirit kind of going in a direction that is absent or separating itself from love? And so once I have those questions, I might complete those questions, or I might need to come back to them within the Valentine's Day week. But that's the process. And this is why I love Valentine's Day, because Valentine's Day isn't about the candy and the bears and the gifts and the doing a bunch of things. This is a celebration. Whether it was intended to be or not is irrelevant. This is the opportunity for it to be a reminder that we are sacred, we are sovereign, we are love, and love is abundant. We're in Spirit wanted to make sure that you knew that. Spirit wants me to make sure that you know love is literally with you right at this moment. All you need to do is absorb it. And the more you absorb, you're not being selfish. The more you absorb, the more love you give. And it's going to be, sorry, my battery's dying. It's going to be constant. So the more you can reflect and focus on that love, the more that love you can bring out, and the more that this world will begin to change, because we are going to be women and men and children that's about love and not about that separateness from love. I hope this helped everyone on Valentine's Day, especially the women. And I'm going to put this up on YouTube too, so if it's on YouTube, if you're not part of our YouTube channel, please do that. We just have a couple women. If you are not, I will also put this as part of our newsletter for a reminder, along with the different reflection questions. If you are not part of our newsletter, that is where the majority of material is going to be in access. So if you don't have your password and you're part of our special private group that nobody, and you don't have the password to our membership, our home site on our website where all the principles are, Tea Time with Sophia is, and all of that, please let me know and I will give you the password. But we're going to be transitioning over there. This was such an important message for the group, and I wanted to make sure that you got it, which is why I'm doing it here on Facebook for you. So I'm sorry, you guys. I did wake up a little while ago and I haven't put myself together, but I wanted to make sure I took time out of our Valentine's Day to make sure that I was able to talk to you. So I hope this helped, especially for the women that are really feeling that way. Today is a day to honor you, and to be in love with you, and to be in love with all that is. And I love you guys, literally from the bottom of my heart. Happy Valentine's Day, and I can't wait to see you guys on our website, where I also do lives. So I love you guys. Happy Valentine's Day. Bye.